Hello everyone, welcome to Caroline's Craftery. Today we are going to work in this photo album. Now Kim Newberg did a video on a cluster book that she made out of a binder, and I thought it was such a good idea. Now Shabby Dabby Doodah did one out of using 12 by 12 papers. I liked the idea, but I wasn't keen on the idea of using 12 by 12 papers. But I did like Kim's idea of using a binder. So I've gotten rid of all the photograph things that you put your photographs in. I've got a template for my holes here, and I've just put in a bunch of book pages. What else I got? I got a whole bunch of digital papers, just because I have so many digital papers from my kits, because I print out all my kits to make sure that everything looks good and everything. So I've got tons of those, some coffee dyed digital papers. What else do I got in here? That's pretty much it. But anyways, I just cut them. I wasn't really picky on the size. You can see that the book pages are bigger than the digital papers, etc. But this is my start. So I'm going to set this aside. Now the one thing I like about doing it in the binder is I can take the pages out to work in them. So here I've got 3 pages with some clusters on them. Now, I like the idea of pulling it out and then it's nice and flat to work on. If I want to sew them, I can just pull the page out and I can sew what I want, slide it back in the binder. I can rip or cut them around, whatever I want. So these are just some strips of just scraps of paper. Each one I put a little piece of either cheesecloth or lace or something like that on them. Again, trying to use up all those leftover things. As you can see, I've got a whole bunch of stuff over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish these. Now I did these beforehand because I wanted to make sure that they were dry and stuff when I started adding more things. So we all know how to make clusters. I just ripped pages of all different types, and I did ink the edges of mine. This is what I came up with. So for decorating them, I've got some fabric flowers that somebody sent these to me. They're actually really, really cute. So I'm going to use some of those, I think. I've got butterflies. I've got my some of my domino size flower cards that I'm going to use. I've got a few ticket type things, and I've got a whole bunch of flowers. I've got postage stamps. I've got some words, and I have some number label things and whatnot in there. So the part of the idea of this is mass making them, because it's great because I can do the different stages of this. So like I say, I've got 3 sheets like this so far. Now I'm going to do more, because these are great for along the top of a page, the bottom, the side. Now when I go to decorate them, I could do them this way, or I could decorate them this way. It all depends on what I'm going to use and how I'm going to do it. Like this here one, I think would go better that way. And I think it actually looks fine right on that piece. So I'm going to actually put that right there. So now my idea behind this is to just kind of grab and go type thing. I don't want to spend a whole ton of time on what I'm going to do. So this is going to go right on here. Put that there, and then I think I want some kind of flower on there. Maybe something with maybe some red or something in it. Well, there's kind of a nice leaf. Let's do that, but I'm going to ink the edge. I inked the edges of some stuff. I didn't do the flowers because I didn't, well, I had so many. Plus, I wasn't exactly sure what I was going to do yet. So just a little bit on the edge. Now, this is something that I would do late at night. Not late at night, but at night while I was watching a movie, or more so listening to a movie on the computer, which is kind of right beside me. And then I don't really have, it's not something that I've really got to concentrate on. So there's that one done. Just very simple, very easy. Nothing too bad, nothing too hard about it. Now this one, let's do how do I want to do this? Let's got some little tiny tickets and we have some bigger tickets. I'm okay with the pieces like sticking over the edges of these. Something like that, and then a butterfly. And mostly the idea is just using up all those bits and pieces of stuff. I don't know about you guys, but I have a ton of it. So we got that there. And we're just going to glue this on straight. Put that up there. And some of these I'm sure I will put some stitching on them a little bit. And like I say, I can stitch them right on while they're on this page. And I like that idea. Now when I want one of these, instead of going through a container, I can just flip through this book and rip out what I want and throw the page back in. So there we have another one done. One little 3-dimension. So I've got all these here. These I got at the Lions. These flowers I've made. So I'm just thinking on if I want something a little 3-dimensional on there, not that color. Let's put that one on there. And let's put a little ink right along the edge. Yeah, I have a hole punch that does 3 different shapes of flowers. I believe it's a Stampin' Up thing. And I cut a whole bunch out a long time ago. Some of these I've had for a few years, but I've made more. And they're just a nice little flower to add to so many things. I like this daisy shape the best out of the 3 shapes that are in there. Okay, so now we've got 2 done. Let's see. We'll put, and I don't know, I tend to put things at a bit of an angle. I'm not really sure why. Let's do one of these flowers. Now, they're glued onto a playing card. Oh, and that's actually quite sticky too, whatever was used. I don't really want it three-dimensional, so I'm going to take that off. Okay, that and that, and then I'm going to add a butterfly to this. Glue this up. So as I say, I think this would go so quickly on what a person was doing. Now I could put that up there. Yeah, let's put it up top, I think. And put that right up there. Very cute flowers. And then maybe a big butterfly, and being that we've got kind of purple up there, hoping I can glue this down a bit without the glue showing through the vellum. So I'm just going to go around on that line of the butterfly. So let's hope that that works out good. Here we go. So let's decorate one more. Thinking, let's do a big flower on this one. How about that? And maybe a ticket. And what do we have for butterflies? And moths. And, oh, there's a nice little yellow one. If we do something like that. Okay. So as I say, I'm not giving a lot of thought on how I'm putting the stuff and where I'm putting the stuff. I just want stuff on there. And you can also use like fabric bits or other stuff. Let's ink around this flower. Just to take that weight away. Okay, let's and I am working really hard at trying to use stuff up. Use all those bits and pieces to add to goodies. And I think I have, by putting this onto a piece of paper such as this, it does give it that little bit extra strength. Some of the pieces I've used are like a cardstock, and some is printed stuff, some is bought stuff, a lot from my own digital kits. Going to put this like that. So there is that page is now done. Now I can rip around when I go to use these. I could cut, I could tear it. When I did these, I did the clusters not on the paper. Then when I was done, I glued the clusters on. So I didn't glue it all the way. So you can see here. So if I want, I could rip that right back into there so you couldn't even see it. Or I could leave some around the edge. It wouldn't really matter per se. So I'm going to quickly decorate these ones. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you what I did. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I finished decorating them. It took me maybe 15 minutes or so. And so here's the 4 that we did on camera. And then we've got these ones on an old book from a telescope book. This one I just put a sticker and a butterfly, and then you can see the different things I added, just variety of different flowers and whatnot. Some go this way, some go crosswise, and some you could even do both depending on what it is. So there's that one. And then we've got this one. That one's going that way and that one's going that way, but these two are going this way. So like I say, they're going to be very easy to just rip around these and use them. The nice thing about the binder is it gives you some width of, because when we start adding all these things, of course, they start taking up room. So you can see the room because of that wider flower there. But the binder gives me that room to build it up. Like I've still got tons of room in this. Mind you, I've only got 3 pages in here that I've done. However, there will be more. So I'm going to actually do up maybe another 4 or 5 sheets of these while I have all my stuff out. And then when I want something, I can just look through and decide, yep, that's the one I want right there. I can rip it out. The page can stay in here. Makes it very easy to see what you have. You can play at it in different stages. Like I did all the background pieces, and then I've gone ahead and now I've decorated them all. Maybe the next ones I might decorate differently. Add a little bit of fabric, add some fibers of different kinds. Who knows what I'll do. It'll all depend on what I feel like at the time. So, but this is a good start. Thanks, Kim, for showing your version of the cluster booklet. Love the binder idea. And yeah, these photo albums I actually got for free from somebody. I've actually got 2 of them. So I've got some other ideas on what I'm going to add to these as well. There is a link to Kim's video in the description of my video. Also the link to her channel. There's always a link to her channel in the description of my videos. So hope you enjoyed this. Give it a try. Give it some thought. And play along with it. And we'll see you again soon. Bye.